The truth is, people will always leave. As a matter of fact, the good ones will always leave, right? And that's why you need to prioritize systems over individuals. Now, from my years of experience, I've come to realize that, see, people always leave. Oh. You see those ones that you feel like, oh, yes, they'll take the business to the next level. They would end up leaving. It is your business, it is your vision, right? People will not be with you forever. Oh, lucky you if you have team members that have been with you for years. I think my oldest staff is about 7 years, in my business. Oh, yeah, but not everybody would actually, be with you all through your business. So what then do you do when you have a key staff and then that key staff leaves? What then happens to the business? Remember when I had to shut down my business, one of the things that affected me was the fact that, I wasn't around because I relocated to another state. And so I thought I had something, running, but I wasn't there and I didn't have strong structures. I didn't have strong processes. I actually had processes, but they were not strong enough and there were no controls. So what I then got to see, they just started stealing from me. And, I just thought of, you know what, let me just shut it down and then just start all over again in the new location, right? So it is very, very important that you put systems in place. Now, what do I mean by putting systems in place? Which takes me to the next point. You need to learn to document everything. Whether you're a one-man business or a two-man business or however, this has nothing to do with the number of staff that you have with you. In fact, it starts with you being the only one in the business. It's just about documenting everything that you do. So let me make it simple. Imagine you have to leave your business for 2 months and you've already taken orders. You already have pending orders. You already have some commitments that you need to fulfill. You have to fulfill. In fact, let's assume you're a tailor. You already cut customers' clothes. So this is not a case where you can return their clothes. You've already pieced it. What then do you do? Right? So imagine you have someone that you can actually hand over the entire business to just for that period you won't be around. What are the instructions? What are the step-by-step instructions you're going to give that person? To be able to see all of the orders through and possibly take on more orders. It's as simple as that. So you need to document every process. Something as simple as how to take orders. How do you take orders from start to finish? Oh, when they contact you on WhatsApp, how do you greet them on WhatsApp? How do you greet them on Instagram? If you're using the website, how do you upload products on your website? How do you treat orders that come to your website? How do you manage your inventory? How do you call on the delivery guys? How do you everything, all the how-tos about your business, you have to document it. How do you purchase fabric from the market? How do you do everything that you do? It might seem like a lot of work, but I mean, technology has made it easy. You can just drop a voice note and then it's typing everything for you, and then you just download it and put it in a document. So that is the only way forward. You need to document everything. So I tell people, if anybody likes, let them not come tomorrow. I work the way I've made Yetroselane. I've built Yetroselane to a point where if you like, don't come tomorrow. My work will not be dependent on any man. Regardless, we want to work in such a way that our work is not dependent on any individual. If you are working, you need to hand over everything. The way we've done our documentation, the way we've done our processes, anybody can come in and look at your report and understand where to take it from. And so I get really upset when I see team members who are trying to, not follow the process and make it difficult for us to track things. It's a huge turn off for me in my business, So we have to now put policies in place, controls in place to ensure that all of those things are being followed. And it's the same thing I've learned over these years that, see, structure is actually continuous because you might be using a process last year and then you're in this year, based on the feedback you got last year, that process doesn't seem to work and you've upgraded that process. You need to document that upgrade. So it's a lot of work. It's a continuous work. It's a work in progress. So structure is not child's play. I remember the first class I had when I had to shut down my business was a structure class with Tara Fela Joto. God bless you, man. Because that class was a game changer for me. It affected my life. It affected everything about my business, everything about my life. It's just like, I give people a simple illustration. Imagine you bring a maid into your house. They brought this maid from the village. But in your own house, it's technology. Google, look for my phone for me. Hey, everything is automated. In fact, to flush toilets in your house, you just press fingerprint to flush toilet. So you bring this girl into your house, no proper onboarding on how you do your things, how you wash your plates, where you put the plates to drain, nothing. The worst of it, you enter a room one day and then you sense that you enter the bathroom and then you sense that, oh, there's a bad smell in her bathroom. And you observe that she's been putting in nylon and trashing it in the bin. And you're calling her a bush girl. My question to you is, what did you do to onboard her? How is it her fault that she doesn't know how you do things in your house? It is your responsibility to show her how to do things in your house and not expect her to have common sense. Our own common sense, where she's coming from, could be maybe how to cut down a tree. You don't have that common sense. We can't give you a cutlass to cut down that same tree and you cut it well. And she might even laugh at you. So it's the same way you're bringing it into your house, filled with a lot of technology, how you do things. You're very, very, you don't like people tampering your things, and you cannot put that through. It's the same way it is with our businesses. So how then do you bring in somebody today and you expect them to just start working, without a proper onboarding or without any documentation? If we hire today, if we hire within a week, people are already settling into their role. And that's why I say Yetroselane is a place where if you're not good, you can't even last 3 months with us. In fact, 1 month safe, you struggle, because there's a certain way we do things. And this is coming from my pains, the failures I've had in the past, because I had to shut down 2 businesses. So structure is one thing that you need to hold dearly. You need to start it now. Don't wait. Nobody will come and see, even if you hire consultants to come and do it for you, it's still your mouth that used to explain your process to them. So if you can use your mouth to explain the process, and life is made easy right now, document it by yourself. And then you cannot call someone to just put everything together for you. So structure is very, very important. Documentation is very, very important. Now, another part that I want to emphasize on is actually putting controls. So you can say, oh, this is our process, this is how we do things. But trust me, if you don't checkmate them, let me give you an instance. Remember that I'd mentioned that, for us, one of the goals for us this year is actually our inventory. And so beginning of this year, we had, set out to take our stock and all of that. It was quite rigorous. The software we use, we had to, clean it up and just, put everything, start everything afresh. And we had upgraded our processes to say, okay, this is how we do things. As you're selling, make it real time, whether it's online on the website, make it real time. And guess what? The people we have trained that we did the stock together countless times, and we all agreed. By the time they started entering, they were not following the process. But because we had put controls in place, we had put checks in place, as we were checkmating them, and we realized that they were not doing it, we had to ensure that they do it. And there are sanctions to it. There is a policy against those things. We will send you a query, and you must fill that query, and it's going to be filed in your file. In fact, as you're making that mess, HR is already sending an email to you. So another point is you should learn to automate and delegate. Make use of technology. Things are easier right now, right? If you cannot afford the software right now and you work with inventory or your reports and all of that, make use of. In fact, there are so many tools you can make use of, right? There's a Google Work tools there that you can use. Excel works so well. The Word works so well, and you can view it wherever you are. I don't go to work every time. I go maybe twice a week, but I see everything they're doing. I know everything about my business from my computer. There are also management tools you can use. I make use of Asana to coordinate my team. I make use of Google Worksheets as well. Each person has their task manager and lots more. See, there's so much that you can actually learn from all of these things. Just think of, how else can I do this? How can I make it easy for me? And the last thing I'm going to be sharing with you is investing a lot in training and onboarding. Yes, you have to train these people. I always say it. I don't need you to spend 1 year. I don't need you to spend, maybe not 1 year. I don't need to spend 2 years. If you're spending 6 months with me, let it be valuable. Let it make sense. Don't come and destroy what I've built. Don't come and destroy my processes. You should add to us. Come and add value, right? And make sure that things are even better than how you met them. I'm not scared of people leaving. And that's the honest truth. Gone are those days that I used to be scared of, if this person should leave, I'm in soup. See, the truth of the matter is the way I built myself and I built my team members. If somebody goes, okay, no problem, and this is that, okay, no problem, who else can take it on? Oh, yeah. So you need to train people, train all your team members, right? I'm not saying make them do everything, but let them have an understanding of how things are done. Switch things around, you get, so that anybody can fit into any role for a period of time. I'm not saying permanently. Right? So it's very, very important that you invest a lot in trainings. So it's either you spend money training or you're ready to spend time to train. YouTube has a lot of videos. For Google Work Tools, in fact, Google on YouTube has a lot of series of videos you can watch. Every month, we have trainings that we're going to watch and also come together and talk about. So it doesn't cost anything actually. But of course it does cost time. And if you can have people come in to train you, all well and good. But that training, you have to keep investing in yourself and also in your team members so you can get the best from them and then everything can work well, okay? And of course, you need to onboard them properly. I always say that if anybody comes into my business and we don't onboard them properly, we always see the difference. So you need to take time out to onboard them. Take out that time. Don't let them just start working like that. Let them understand how things are done in your organization. Let them understand their processes. Let them understand all the things they have to do. That is your homework. The SOPs, everything, beyond just job description. Make sure everything is documented for them, okay? Try these things out and you'll thank me later, okay? So it's your girl, Yetini Akone, the fashion entrepreneur, and see you in the next video. Bye.